not bad. And we got two teams left. Well, actually, four teams left fighting for the Super Bowl, Higgins. But I'm sure some people play some futures in the beginning of the year and are able to try and start hedging out or find some ways to guarantee their profits at the end of the year here.
Yes, we have four teams, two games left, the NFC Championship and the AFC Championship, and there's probably a lot of futures in play because you have some big names like Tom Brady and the Bucs that probably caught a lot of future heat early on in the season once he signed with them. You have Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay, who probably was an early on favorite in the NFC and got a decent amount of play. Kansas City, the returning Super Bowl champions, obviously would get a lot of play unless there wasn't any value for them. And then you got Buffalo, who are just some diehard fans, and there's some Buffalo fans that will take Buffalo futures every single year, hoping that it cashes out. And so they're just happy that those bets are finally still alive. Brett, I don't know where I'm going to be come Sunday on that Buffalo Kansas City game. I'm still waiting to find out about the Mahomes concussion protocol. He's still in that limbo right now, and I think that's kind of playing with my emotions on where I'm going to sit with that game. But I do absolutely love this Tampa Bay Green Bay game. And I love Green Bay at home. I mean, I talked about it last week. They're 19-5 at home all time in the playoffs. They're 20-5 now after winning last week. Yes, Green Bay did lose to Tampa Bay earlier this season. That's a learning experience that is tape for the defense to work off of. And Green Bay came out hot in that game, but Tampa Bay stormed to the front in the second quarter and then took it away in the second half. I think Green Bay learns from that mistake. I don't think they just win. I think they cover the -3. And then I'm also taking them on the alternate line spread. I'm taking them at -4 at +100, -5 at +115, and -6 at +135. Now, I had been thinking about -7 and -8 as well, but I'm going to rein it in. I'm going to keep my alternate lines to under a touchdown as of right now. So that's 4 spread picks for Green Bay at -3, -4, -5, and -6.
Well, good luck, Higgins. I'm definitely rooting for you because I'm going to be on Green Bay -3 as well, but certainly don't have the same confidence you have. And as for that Bills Chiefs game that you mentioned, Higgins, well, I mean, I think right now where Mahomes is at, you got to take your shot at Buffalo. So, uh, they're +140 on the money line right now. I'm gonna put a unit on that, and we'll see if the news changes. If I get word that Mahomes has practiced a few days before the game, but right now on Wednesday, sure, I'll take Buffalo. Mahomes hasn't really practiced. He's still in concussion
Well,
protocol.
he did practice on Wednesday,
He was
limited
at
though.
practice. He did
He was
not
at
practice. He was
Okay.
at practice on the field. Did not go through practice.
That's a good clarification because there was some confusion on social media about that of people saying that he did practice today, which is where my impression came from. So thank you for clarifying that, Brett.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's the video of him, whatever, doing the handoff, throwing that pass, but allegedly that was on the side field. So,
Mm,
uh,
okay.
so he's still in the protocol. He's taking steps, Higgins, which is good. To your point, like, he's taking the positive steps. I expect him to be playing on excuse me. I expect him to be playing on Sunday, but right now on Wednesday with limited reps, Clyde Edwards-Helaire still iffy. They have a few linemen iffy. Kansas City's beat up. And on Wednesday, I'm leaning Buffalo. I see that number. My fiance's from Buffalo, so maybe there's a little bias there as well. But I don't know. I could just see the Bills kind of getting not lucky, but you always need a little luck to get to the Super Bowl, and you need to be healthy, and the Bills are healthier.
And the Bills' defense, I think, can absolutely contain a Chad Henne quarterback and a Chiefs offense that's ran by Chad Henne. Patrick Mahomes, that's a much different story. That is a very different story. It would be a challenge. I think Buffalo could still do it, but it would be much different than 4 quarters against Chad Henne. I think Buffalo would win that. So where it's sitting right now, I agree with you on your pick. I am going to wait closer to game time, though. Another thing I'm going to wait till closer for game time with these games is on either of the over-unders. Right now, the forecast is saying it's supposed to be about 32 degrees and snow in Green Bay. It's saying 46 degrees and rain in Kansas City. That's as of Wednesday night. Too far out from Sunday. Way too much that can be on the radar and can change by now. But the fact that we're already seeing precipitation on the radar for both of these games potentially, that raises some flags in terms of value of over-unders for me. It makes me a little curious, so I'm definitely going to be keeping that on my radar as I take a look at the Doppler.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely of note at this point of the year, Higgins. I guess I'll say this. If you're getting rain in Kansas City, that's a pretty good sign. That means it sounds like it's going to be kind of warm there for this time of the year because I wouldn't say it snows often in Kansas City, but it certainly is capable of snowing in KC.
Yeah, 46 degrees and some freezing rain. That makes for some interesting football conditions for sure. And your hands are still cold enough that it's a little bit numb, but it's wet. It's a rainy, wet game that causes fumble issues. Maybe I don't know. It's definitely something that I'm going to be paying attention to in the days leading up till Sunday. With my Green Bay picks, I can't find myself being on that under in that game. There were 48 points scored in the first matchup between those two teams. 38-10, Tampa Bay won that game. That over-under is at 51.5 with snow in the projected forecast, so I don't necessarily see that under hitting necessarily, but who knows? That's why I'm waiting for the weather to clear up. But not much line movement in either of these games either. The Packers opened at -3.5. That's only at -3 now. And the Chiefs -3 has stayed consistent, and I think that's obviously because of what we talked about with Mahomes.
Yeah, exactly. People are waiting on the Mahomes news. And, just one quick note before we move on to the NHL quickly. Higgins is Mahomes, although we mentioned the concussion, he's still dealing with that turf toe. So he won't be 100% really no matter what in this game. Now, I still take 75% of Patrick Mahomes over most players in this league, but just another thing to keep in mind. It's not just the concussion protocol he is battling this week.
Yes, that turf toe was the first sign last week that Mahomes wasn't 100% healthy. He fought through it, but definitely something else to be aware of. That's a very good point.